Hi everyone. Today we're going to be presenting about our internship from this past semester. Chrissy and I were both storytelling co-managers for the Heart of Waraba through the Ackerman Center for Excellence in Sustainability. My name's Terry Yakubowski.
My name is Chrissy Wang.
So a little bit about Heart of Waraba, the organization that we were working with. Heart of Waraba is a nonprofit organization. It was created by two UNC alumni, Sally Beth and Michael Shore, who you can see in the picture. The organization's mission is to spread the stories of sustainable entrepreneurs from around the world. Their goal is to really inspire others to fight against climate change through innovation. And so they actually both met during the Peace Corps and they went to an African village and they were really inspired to kind of see how much the environment played an impact on the role of this village and just to really be able to see the interplay of the environment with the people's lives. And they both kind of engaged in other ventures, and then eventually decided to found this nonprofit as a way to really learn about entrepreneurs around the world, to tell their stories, and to really spread hope because they recognize that in this kind of era, in the face of climate change, it can be very easy to grow apathetic or to grow somewhat distressed or just to kind of not feel like you know what the right path forward is. But to really learn from entrepreneurs who are making it their focus to have a sustainable impact. It can be really inspiring for others who want to become entrepreneurs, for others who just want to know that things are being done. It can just be a very inspiring thing to be able to tell these success stories and to really spread them about. And so our internship was really focused on working with them. Heart of Waraba is being integrated into the Ackerman Center for Excellence in Sustainability, their website, to increase the visibility of this organization's work to UNC alumni, to UNC students. And so that kind of brings us into some of the roles and responsibilities. So some of our responsibilities as interns was to create a plan to organize all of this website content and integrate it into the ACES website. And so that really looked like kind of going through all of Heart of Waraba's website and really prioritizing what we want to be the main focus, what information is really integral, how we can best um, share that content to have the most impact. We met with Sally Beth and Michael Shore. We really learned from them what's so important and key. And so from kind of understanding what should really be the highlight of this website, we wireframed the Heart of Waraba's and the ACES website to kind of show future website creators to kind of demonstrate here's what information we want presented, here's how we want it presented, to really be able to tell this website story as best as able. And then we also gathered all that content, all the material. So the cover images we were using, the content, if we changed any wording to make it a little bit more succinct, and we put that all into Teams for future interns because this is a long-term project, this integration. And then another role we had was to connect with and interview 1 to 2 entrepreneurs to really become part of the Heart of Waraba team to reach out to these entrepreneurs and draft articles that could eventually be uploaded onto the Heart of Waraba section of the ACES website. Now I'll give it over to Chrissy to kind of talk about her roles as well.
Hi, I'm Chrissy. So my job, I'm also an intern at Heart of Waraba. So my job is similar to Tara's. So we collaborate together as a team. We design and develop the website wireframe, and yeah, we are trying to integrate this website into ACES website. And I personally transcribed all the audio contents for the podcast. So making them all Word documents that is more for people to read, give people a choice opportunity to read the podcast instead of actually listening to the podcast. And I sourced many compelling cover image pictures for the older stories that I'm missing cover image. And I did a personally, I'm very proud of my job. I did a article about bird collision on UNC campus. I interviewed an entrepreneur who is produce the bird window collision film that help university and companies and building managers to prevent bird collision.
looking into what we really gained from this experience, it was a really impactful experience, both from kind of the tangible things we're able to take away, and then also just the skills, the connections, the team we became part of. So I found it as a very impactful experience. So firstly, I think the thing that impacted me most was just the fact that I was really able to widen my network and people I know in this field that I'm so passionate about. I applied to become a Heart of Waraba intern because I'm very passionate about conservation, about biodiversity conservation, and as I'm very interested in how to use business to really promote that. And so to be able to speak with Sally Beth and Michael Shore, who are really seeking out entrepreneurs who are looking into ways to promote sustainability, including biodiversity protection, was really incredible. And through my work interviewing entrepreneurs, I was able to meet people who are really doing what I aspire to. And so just to kind of now say that I can, email them with questions or to do these things, it's very it has a lot of great long-term benefits that I'm very excited about. I also, kind of going along this vein, I gained an in-depth look at an impact investing firm, a career I am looking into. And so the first entrepreneur I interviewed, Tiago Gomez, works for an asset firm, Famarie Capital, based in Brazil. And what he does, what his kind of role is, he co-founded the LATAM Climate Turnaround Fund, which works with large agricultural businesses or businesses adjacent to the agricultural sector and works on a decarbonization strategy and work to um, kind of lower their costs, lower their impact, and increase their value. And so I was able to really kind of learn about what he does, which was incredible because it only affirms that is a career I definitely am interested in. We also some more soft skills adapted to some changing priorities with regards to the How website. When we spoke with the website creator, we learned that some of our plans for integration weren't immediately feasible. And so we really had to take a second look and say, okay, what should be a priority? What should be the first thing we upload? What should be the main thing we get out there ASAP? And then also along with Chrissy and John, we all managed quite a long-term project over the semester with regards to creating this website and creating a blueprint. And so just kind of navigating what that looks like, the timeline and the time management, and again that adaptability and kind of problem solving was very helpful. And I was lucky enough to collaborate with peers my own age, to collaborate with our mentors, Jeff Middlestat, Jules Orangel, and Tracy Triggs Matthews, and also Sally Beth and Michael Shore and entrepreneurs I interviewed. So collaborating with people across, occupations, so students, professors, people out there in the workforce across ages, across just different experiences, backgrounds. So that was quite amazing.
So this is my first internship related to sustainability and environment. That is pretty I'm impressive. I love this field, I would say. Before I applied to Echo's intern, like as a storytelling manager of Harvard, I have only a little knowledge about what sustainability and environmental protection is. But after I finished this internship, and I get in touch with a lot of resources and stories and people who are involved with this kind of job. I got a basic knowledge of what it is, and I can look problems from a more sustainability and environmental side. And this internship made me think everything around me. Is there an sustainability problem? Is there environmental problem? Is there some ways we can improve this? So yeah, I would say I get a lot from this. And it is fun to work with a lot of different people. I love to working with different people, and especially time every week. We meet two times basically every week. The first one is our weekly meeting with our mentors, and the second one is our own meeting with Tara and John. So I love the time when we're exchanging ideas. Yeah, that's my favorite part. And I definitely say this job and everything else in my life this semester made me learn how to balance my work and personal life. Yeah, again a lot. Thank you.
looking at some deliverables across the semester. So firstly, this is a snapshot of the wireframe Chrissy John and I worked on. And it's just kind of that basic Heart of War but intro wireframe page. And so really going through every different kind of website pane and visualizing what it would look like was definitely one thing that we produced. Second picture is a picture of Tiago Gomez, one of the entrepreneurs whom I interviewed and drafted an article on, which I think was the highlight of my time just learning from him. And then third, I actually later tomorrow Thursday, I have a interview with Chris Buchanan, the founder of Lineless Lobster. And so those kind of wireframing panes and then the two interviews and subsequent articles I produced are the deliverables I had from this internship.
As I mentioned, my role in this internship before, my role is basically where from all the website, the audio part, and I did all the transcripts of the podcast they have. And the story I have is about bird collision on UNC campus, as I just said. And this is a story about because one day when I walk out of the UNC journalism new building, the brand new building, it's called Curtis Media Center, and I saw that bird on ground. I was so sad at that moment. I just stared at that bird and I'm thinking, what made this happen? And when I look at the big glass window, I think I had the answer. So I did some research. I can like 99% say this because of the glass window that killed this bird. So I reached out to people who in charge of UNC's program that they're working really hard to putting bird window collision film on those big glass windows. And I also reached out to Duke people in Duke that they have already put their window film on their glass 10 years ago. So I reached out to both campus and to say what's their progress right now. And I interviewed Paul. He's a vice president of Feather Friendly. Feather Friendly is a company who produce bird window collision film. And from that way, we can really reduce bird collision by, I think their correct number is 94% bird window collision. So yeah, that's my story about.
And then lastly, we just wanted to say such a sincere thank you to everyone who is part of our internship team and who made this experience possible for the both of us. So Jeff Middlestat, Tracy Triggs Matthews, Jules Orangel, Mary Kay Lemon, Sally Beth and Michael Shore, Tommy Walters, and Jack Walker. We are very appreciative to all of you for being so available to us, so helpful and supportive of our work and for really making this internship such a wonderful experience. So very sincerely, thank you.
Thank you.